Well, we're about 2 months away from King of Hammers. Today is officially day one that we start prepping and getting ready for the race. First thing I have to do is get this Pro R, not really stripped down, but taken apart. We got to get the shocks off of it, send those out to shock therapy to get those things built, get the cage taken off, get the dash lowered down. This year, I'm going to be building my own buggies. Last year, I drove the CW Motorsports rigs, and it was great. However, this year I want to bring out my own stuff and see if I can't push it a little bit harder and see if I can't place it a little bit better. I have another Pro R that I just bought. It's brand new from Jim Shinnery Power Sports, and I'm hoping to get that thing picked up in the next couple of days because I've got to lower the dash and do everything as well on that. We're going to make both of them as close as we possibly can to each other, so that way they feel good when we're pre-running and everything like that. Something else that's pretty cool that we're doing this year, these are going to be our color schemes that we're going to run on the Razors. We're going to build these the same color as that. Anyways, the more I keep running my mouth on here, the less that thing's getting done. So let's get into it. I know it looks like crap right now, but I'm getting ready to cut all of this out. I made a little template, and I'm somehow gonna fit this screen down here. So currently, I've got the dash out of this thing, and one of the most important things that you need to be able to do at King of Hammers is see. We're always like dropping off some sort of cliff, or going up or down some crazy hills, or following some dust. It's gonna lower the dash down as far as I can get it on this Pro R. And what that's gonna allow me to do is have a more line of sight, more everything as low as I can possibly get in the front, so I have as much vision as possible. I'm getting ready to tear this one apart, cut the dash out of it, and do everything that I did to this one. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna hurt me just a little bit because it is brand new, 0 miles on it. And we're just gonna cut it all up. So let's get into it. So I got the dashes down on both of them as low as I possibly could. That one's gonna go to John's and get the cage built on it while I wait on some electrical stuff to show up for this, comms and all that stuff, so I can start getting the wiring done. While that one's getting a cage and getting powder coated and stuff like that, right after that one's done, we'll roll this one in there to get the cage and everything done on it as well. So work, work, work. We got the pre-runner car loaded up, and look at this, y'all. It's like 60 degrees in December in Missouri. That's almost unheard of, but we're getting some more stuff done, dude. Loaded that up, gonna load some parts up and keep plugging away, getting this thing stripped down. I've got a bunch of parts need to go to powder coat, so that way whenever they're done, they can go right onto the race car. We're getting shit done, man. We're getting stuff done. And check this out. No big deal or anything, but your boy has his own tire now. The Whiskey Biz by MRT with the Whiskey Runner. Currently, it's gonna come out in a 35, but we're gonna start getting more sizes available, and I can't wait to try these things out. As far as I know, this is the very first set, and yeah, we're gonna have them mounted up for OPE, which that video will probably come out before this one, but either way, that's pretty freaking cool. 14 days away from King of Hammers, I've got a little bit of work ahead of me. However, the good news is, got the auxiliary fuel cell put in, because these Pro Rs, you know what I'm saying, they stay pretty thirsty, especially if I'm gonna hold this thing on the mat and have a chance at putting it on the podium in the open UTV class. Hopefully that can save us a pit stop. Little update on the King of Hammers car. It's weird calling it a car in the sticks down south. Seems like anywhere except California, people call these things side-by-sides, buggies, units, bikes, anything but a car. But we're going to California, so this is a car. Getting the cage set on there. I absolutely love this jib crane. I absolutely love it. Best investment I've made in a long time. However, I can't go ahead and put it on because my dash will be out of powder coat tomorrow. If I wait on the dash, it'll make my life a little bit easier rather than have to somehow wiggle it in here and scratch up all my powder coat and stuff like that. I'm just gonna wait another, 12 hours and I'll have it. So check out these axles. These are the axles we're running in the race car from Super ATV. These are the Assault Phoenix axles. I guess Super ATV bought the company Assault. And anyways, these things are they're beef, dude. They're awesome. I'm excited. I was not expecting them to be that heavy duty. We are officially 8 days away from leaving for King of Hammers, and at least I got something for you guys to kind of look at now. I'm doing suspension today, got everything in from Powder Coat yesterday. King's Powder Coat, they're in O'Fallon, Missouri, just on the outskirts of St. Louis, Missouri. They freaking killed it, okay? The timeline was next to none. They knocked these things out so fast, and the quality's insane. We wanted to come out with a crazy car this year. Crazy looking. Everything out there for the most part is really kind of normal colors, you know. A lot of black and yellow Can-Ams and red and Polaris's. And that's mainly because a lot of those guys have sponsors and they have to keep them those kind of colors. Now, granted, we have a lot of freaking awesome sponsors, but the sponsors that we have, they don't care what we do as long as we keep it professional. But as far as colors and looks and all that go. So anyways, race car's looking freaking awesome. So the dash turned out pretty sweet. I'm hoping to have radios and everything like that wired up today. Spare axle mounts are right here. That freaking Evo exhaust, dude, is absolutely crazy. Looks so sick. And the head pipe, dude, look at that thing. Come on, quit playing with the kid, man. A little tip for you guys. This is an old mat that my daughter liked to do like gymnastics and stuff that we were throwing away because it was getting dirty and she'd beat the crap out of it. So don't go throwing those away or burn them or whatever. Throw them in your shop, and these are perfect for like putting bushings in or working on stuff that's powder coated that maybe you don't want to mess up. Most of the stuff I don't really care, but when it's fresh builds, I like to dig that thing out and use it. And actually, I throw it in the trailer, so that way if I'm at a park or a race or whatever, and I need to get underneath it something and work on something, it's a lot easier on the knees and stuff. And anyways, it was getting thrown away anyway, so a little tip for you there. All right, pretty long night. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, but I'll show you my updates so far. Got the antennas and stuff like that mounted up. I wasn't sure if I actually needed this one or not anymore, but I went ahead and just mounted it up. This will be my switch panel right here now, and my ride command will now be mounted down here. Waiting on the shocks to come in from Shock Therapy. Those guys are freaking so awesome, dude. I don't want to say that I couldn't do this race without them, but I don't think I'd want to, man. They are so freaking awesome and good to me. They're building me a set of shocks, and I should have them in the next couple days. I want to say like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. But either way, got a lot done tonight. This powder coat is so freaking sick, dude. Just pops like crazy. But yeah, tomorrow I should have the rest of my radio stuff in. I will get all that in from CW Motorsports. Those guys also super solid. Could not do this shit without them. Yeah, looking pretty freaking awesome. And I didn't scratch the powder coat up too bad getting everything put on. Pretty decent if I don't say so myself. It's sitting on its wheels. I have not adjusted anything, any toe, any camber, anything like that. I also don't have my front shocks yet. Got the rear ones in, so it's sitting kind of funky. But I got some spacers thrown in the front. That's going to allow me to take it to, not the powder coat, to get wrapped. Loading the trailer. Going to take it to get wrapped right now. Got the buggy back from wrap, and it looks freaking awesome. This thing looks so sick for real. So we leave for King of Hammers in the morning, and I am going through everything, lining out everything, labeling everything. Pretty much every spare tool, every spare part I got is getting organized and loaded in the trailer. For example, this tote will be in one of the Rangers. It has all of my spare suspension components. This right here is the part that the Must Be Nice people never see. Spent hours getting this thing all cleaned out, as organized as I possibly could, labeled as much stuff as I could. Gonna pull the one support vehicle and the race car in here and get it ready to go to Hammers. You always making fun of the old Tylenol cover or Tylenol cover, whatever bed cover that I had on this thing. So I took it off, and now I gotta ride around with all these empty gas jugs in here. I'm just kidding. I didn't take it off because y'all didn't like it. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. This is part 1, prepping for King of Hammers. I'm gonna do part 2 and part 3. Part 2 will be actually there in California at the race. Part 3 will be afterwards. So just stay tuned. Let's see how we do.